Hey guys, this is the Samsung Galaxy S23. This was after I did the teardown and I was able to remove everything except the battery. This is when I was trying to remove the battery out of this Galaxy S23. As you can see, they did change something and they added some pull tabs on the Galaxy S23, S23 Plus and S23 Ultra. This is to help us remove the battery more easily, but it is not quite as easy as they thought. So if you need to see how to remove the back glass of this device, check the link into the description for the full teardown of this S23. So we are back to the battery. After you peel off the green plastic on top of the battery, you start to pull on it. You can see that the battery is not moving and nothing is moving inside this device. Also, at the time I was doing this teardown on the Galaxy S23, it was right after the release of the device. So there were no other videos on the internet showing how to properly remove the battery out of this device. So usually there are two ways to remove the battery. Either you're going to use heat to soften the double-sided tape on the back of the battery like I am doing it, or you can use some alcohol on top of the battery, push the alcohol on the side of the battery for it to go under the battery and touch the double-sided tape, and you should be able to remove the battery easily also. So with the Galaxy S23 series, Samsung added this pull tab to avoid the use of alcohol or heat in order to remove the battery. So while analyzing the way I removed the battery out of this S23 and S23 Ultra using heat, I was able to find a way that should let you remove the battery without using heat or alcohol. It will be easier, and I think this is the way Samsung will remove your batteries out of the device. Using heat or alcohol is always going to make the removal of the battery more easier than not using them. But I do also think the batteries can be removed by using only the pull tabs. You just need to follow what I'm going to tell you next. I also think they used too much double-sided tape inside the device. They could have put just half of the double-sided tape that are inside the device. That will be enough to hold the batteries inside. So at this point the battery is almost out of the device, and as you can see the arrow is pointing to a double-sided tape that I think should be a different color than the regular color that you see. So right now I can clearly see that this double-sided tape at the top of the battery and one at the bottom should be lifted up before we start pulling the battery. This will make the battery removal process more easier than pulling the double-sided tape in the center, and the double-sided tape at the top and bottom of the battery are still holding the battery and pushing against the force that you're exerting in order to remove the battery. This is just a small indentation on the back of the battery resulting from pulling the battery out of the device. This is nothing to worry about. It is just the outer plastic covering the battery. This has nothing to do with the internals of the battery. You just need to remove the battery and apply a little bit of pressure with your finger in order for the plastic to go back to its normal position. So before you start pulling the battery with the green pull tab, you need to undo the plastic at the top of the battery and the other one at the bottom of the battery. After you have removed or peeled off all the plastic on the left of the battery, you can start pulling the battery with the green plastic, and the battery is going to come out of the device easier than if you didn't do that. Again, if you try that and it is very difficult to remove the battery, you can always use heat or alcohol to help you remove your battery. Click on the video on the screen for the full teardown of this Galaxy S23, and I will see you on my next video. Subscribe, like and share for more tutorials like this.